appreciate most about my mom is her cleanliness. Our house is always nice and clean.
The thing I appreciate about my mom is that she really, really loves me. What I appreciate most about my mom is because she's kind. The way I appreciate about my mom that she makes calzones.
So some of the nicknames my mom gives me are Becca Boo, Boo, Booger, anything that really starts with Boo.
The nickname my mom gives me is Becca Boo. Not exactly pleasant, but yes.
One of the nicknames my mom gives me is Beth. She just does.
The nicknames my mom gives me are Schnickel Fritz and George.
My nicknames that my mom gives me is Dodo Bird. It's kind of like a bird. Like tweet, tweet, tweet.
Okay. My nicknames my mom gives me are Bugaboo and Kermie.
The nickname my mom gives me is Belle.
And the nickname my mom gives me is Jessie Bug and lots of other things that I can't even remember. Hey, Mommy, check out our feet!
If my mom was a superhero, she'd be Kale from Portal 2.
If my mom were a superhero, she'd be Larry Boy because she's super.
If my mom was a superhero, she would be Spider-Man because Spider-Man's my favorite. And my mom's my favorite.
If my mom was a superhero, she would be Thor because my dad had a hammer.
If my mom were a superhero, she would take on the germ world. And I think she would win. Wash your hands, people.
If my mom was a superhero, she'd be probably Underdog. You don't have to worry because Mrs. Underdog is furry.
If my mom was a superhero, she'd be the food fight queen.
The best thing my mom cooks for me is rice, beans, mashed potatoes, of course.
My favorite thing that my mom cooks is macaroni and cheese.
I like it when my mom makes mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
My mom comforts me because she gives me kisses.
She brings me sanity because a lot of times I'm like off in the clouds, and she reminds me of reality and like what's really true.
When I'm sick, my mom comforts me by constantly asking if I need anything. Lydia, do you need Sprite? Lydia, do you need to throw up? Lydia, do you need to go to the bathroom? Lydia, do you need to watch a movie? Lay down and rest, Lydia. Do you need Sprite? Do you need Tums? Do you need Tylenol? Are you sure you don't need Advil, Lydia? Well, the way my mom comforts me is, well, when I was little, she used to rub my eyebrows.
My mom is the best because she's pretty.
My mom's the best because she plays sport. The best thing about my mom is that she cares about things. Like sometimes I've been stuck on Portal 2 and she helped.
My mom is the best in the world because she can I don't know. I just don't know. My mom is the best because she likes to cuddle with me.
The way I see God through my mom is the way she has patience with me.
I see God in my mom by the way she uses her wise words.
I see God in my mom by how she cares for people.
I see God in my mom the most by her servant heart and how like gracious she is for when I'm kind of giving her an attitude.
I see God in my mom by how she witnesses to other people. She is so bold, like when she talks about Christ, and I really admire that, and I want to be more like that.
I see God in my mom because she loves me.
She speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction on her tongue. She always knows what to say and when to say it.
Okay, so my mom is kind of like the lady in Proverbs 31. She's flexible and flax and works with eager hands. She's like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. So like Walmart. She gets up while it's still dark. She provides food for her family and portions for her servant girls. That's me.
In Proverbs 31:10, it says, "She is worth far more than rubies," just like my mom.
Mom, you rise while it is still night and provide food for the household, especially when we go on trips. You get up at like 1 in the morning and like clean the whole house and get everything ready. And that's what I really appreciate about you.
So Proverbs 31:26 says, "She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue." I just thought that, Mom, you're a really good example of this because you always have something wise and positive to say, and you instruct me with wisdom in the righteous ways to go. So, thanks, Mom. I love you.
Proverbs 31:29. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. And I just want to thank you, Mom, for taking care of us and just providing for us and loving us and doing everything that you can for us. You are very loved by me.
My mom, how she relates to a Proverbs 31 woman, the verse that stuck out to me was Proverbs 31:26. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. And there was a time, a few years ago, where she felt like God was just calling her to do devotions for 2 years, just from what God was saying to her in the morning, and then she taught it to us. And that's where I really felt like there was a lot of wisdom on her tongue. And that's been the number one thing where I've grown in my faith, because I just got to watch her totally live out her own faith. I've got to see her, how she listens to God, how he talks to her, and then how to transfer that into my own life. So in that period of years, I felt a lot of wisdom, and this verse definitely describes her.
She wraps my muffins with foil. She wraps that. And I'd be like, here. Oh my gosh, I forgot to judge the game face. Okay. Ah! Ah! Mr. Pickett! Ow! Ow!
The way I like about my mom, I appreciate my mom.
My mom comforts me by when I can't talk.